Okay, so we're here in Owings Mills, Maryland. It is slap your mama hot out.
Yes, indeed.
But we're all here to really see a couple of things. One, the Rams, but two, to see how Lamar Jackson is progressing. JB, what are you hearing?
You know, it's interesting because the expectations for this kid are through the roof, really. And you saw what he did in college. You can just anticipate, wow, how is this going to work on the NFL level? But I'm here to say, let's peel it back a little bit. Let's temper those expectations. We're probably going to see some flashes in preseason. We did in the opener. But this is still Joe Flacco's team. Lamar Jackson, for all the potential, and I said it before and I'll say it again, he's the most intriguing player to come in this year's draft, but he's still a work in progress.
Now, we saw Joe Flacco get injured last year. Do you think then RG3 takes those snaps no matter what?
It's interesting because I was looking at practice to see exactly what the rotation was, and I think that is really going to be a legitimate question for John Harbaugh and staff because they've got to decide if they're going to carry 2 quarterbacks or 3 quarterbacks. The RG3 versus Lamar Jackson and whether they have 2 or 3, that's probably going to be a storyline that's going to carry on all throughout the preseason, and it's going to be one of those final cut down stories as well, because if they go with 2 quarterbacks and not 3, then that tells you that they think Lamar Jackson has picked up enough of the offense to be able to handle it if, you know, there was an emergency situation, because you don't always get that from rookies. And I don't know if I expect that, but that has to play itself out.
What do you think RG3 does for Lamar and his progress? Is he a cautionary tale, or is he there to provide some additional insight on playing at this next level as a running quarterback?
That's a great question, because Lamar Jackson was talking about just that. And he said that RG3, of all people, cautioned him about running and protecting yourself. And it sounds good coming from RG3, but I mean, if you turn on the film, that was not always the case. You know, so Lamar Jackson, I think he's shown that throughout his career to this point in college, that he will throw the ball. He will move to throw, and then sometimes he will run to run, and that's compelling.
Lots of storylines to watch out for. Thanks so much for joining us, JB. And in the meantime, stick with Sports Pulse, your heartbeat to what's trending in sports.